Hi everyone, today I'll be talking through my editing process for this image. I first loaded my Zepeto image, created a new layer and bucket full it with whatever color I think that would complement this image. I then start shading my character's skin. I create a new layer. Instead of on normal mode, it is on multiply. I pick the darkest color of my character's skin, and then using the watercolor opaque brush, I create strokes wherever I think should be darkened. I don't worry about how messy it becomes or if it's out of the line, because afterwards I'll be fixing it up. To clean up the image, I use the eraser tool to erase wherever I don't want it to be darker. I then use the watercolor water brush to soften those harsh edges where I erased. To work efficiently and faster, each shading layer for each different color or element is on a new layer. For example, right now I'm shading the clothing, which has its own separate layer. And then I start erasing wherever I don't want the dark part. As you can see, it does not affect the other layers where I already shaded. And onto the hair. Hair is something soft and fluffy and light, so that was something I like to portray. Here I'm using the watercolor water brush and just stroking wherever there are harsh lines. I don't overdo the stroking, so you do still see that it is hair. So same thing with adding shading to the skin and the t-shirt. You create a new layer, put it on multiply. I selected the darkest color of the hair and then stroked wherever I think should be darkened for the hair area. To create highlights, I create a new layer, and instead of on normal, it is on add. I stroke wherever I think should be brighter. Again, the brush I'm using here is watercolor opaque. And after doing that, I start looking at it from a bigger picture, start fixing up wherever, adding more details, darken areas, lighten areas, smudge, whatever, just to give the final touches. So this is basically how I edit almost every single image, and yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Hope it wasn't too confusing. If it was, I am really sorry. I find it very tiring to make videos as we have to insert so much elements. I really appreciate all those people who make amazing videos. You are doing great. So this is why I am talking through my video, and hopefully it isn't too confusing. So just keep practicing, you will do good and have fun.